Join me today as I dive into the ultimate challenge of figuring out who knows better, the critics or the audience. I'm Ronnie and you're watching Abstract Thoughts. Before I dive into that, I want to tell what I do before deciding to watch a movie. Well, I go to the IMDb page and read the synopsis of the movie. I figure out what it is about, who is making it, who are the actors. So I try to find all the things that are associated with the movie. If it comes to somebody like Christopher Nolan, right? Or Roman Polanski or Wes Anderson, I decide to either watch the movie or not watch the movie. Now it's a different matter who I like and who I don't like. But yeah, that's how I decide to watch a movie or not. The critiques and the audience debate, I think it's a stupid thing to compare because critiques are obviously so-called experts in critiquing the movie and audience react just on pure emotion. As cinema goers, who do we listen to? Do we look at the ratings given by the audience or the critiques? Well, the answer lies, I think, somewhere in the middle, because what I think is what the audience like is not just about the film, but it's much more than that, because it's much more about the society that we live in or the kind of content or movies or shows being presented to us in that moment of time. So in India, we currently are going through this phase, this wave of movies which are so-called mass movies, right? In India, we have not seen those kind of movies, especially in the northern part of India, in which people just fly around and the movie is on the maximum for its entire length, like Pushpa 2 movie. It is maximum from the beginning till the end. There is no space in that movie to take a little breather. For the entire length of the movie, Pushpa is fighting with somebody or another, and if he is not doing that, he is either singing or making romance to Srivalli. So that movie is on maximum and a certain kind of audience connects to that. Now similar thing can be said for the movie Animal. Animal was clearly hated by all the critics and I personally think it's a terrible movie. It's very bad, don't watch it. But if we look at its Rotten Tomatoes rating, it is 81% and opposingly the critics have given it 30%. Why is there so much discrepancy in the ratings? Well, what do you think about that? I would like to have a conversation and I please urge you to put it in the comments below. What I think is it's more about how the movie connects with the people, right? Right now, I think people in India, especially men, they lack excitement in their lives. That's why they seek it in places where they should not. So a movie like Animal gives them that. It gives them the excitement. When they sit in the cinema hall and they look a guy doing these things, they feel excited about it. They feel included, right? Because those are the thoughts that these guys are actually thinking. So that is the reason I think a film like Animal works with the audience and not with the critics. What critics look at is how the film is made. Critics not just look at the content of the movie, they also look at the film language used in the movie. They also look at how sound design is done. They also look at the editing. They look at the music as well. So a critique will look at all the aspects of filmmaking that are associated. On the other hand, the audience just looks at how the movie makes them feel. Now I want to address who has a better understanding of movies. On the face of it, like you can clearly say the critics have a better understanding because they analyze each and every part of the movie. On the other hand, the audience does not, right? They usually do not analyze everything about the movie. They just connect with the feelings or emotion that the film gives them. So who is correct here? Well, I think the answer lies somewhere in the middle. Movies are a lot of things. It's a mirror to the society. It's just entertainment for some. For some it is art. For some it is the most noble pursuit of humankind, and it is actually the greatest art form of the previous century. So restricting movies to just critiques or the audience, I feel, is doing a disservice to it. We need to understand that movies are much greater than that. A movie is not just made for the audience or just the critics. It's made for people. Now, people can be anyone. It's the audience of that particular movie, right? A set of people who like that movie, or the critics. The truth lies, I think, somewhere in the middle. And we should not judge a movie on the face of it, right? Now, some movies are clearly terrible. Like, for example, Animal, which I was just talking about. It's a very bad movie. It's like misogynistic, chauvinistic, stupid movie at all. And it doesn't even have some kind of a film grammar that is so groundbreaking that everybody likes it. So it's a terrible movie out and out, but somehow it still works in India. I don't know why, but it does. Now, when it comes to purely understanding of films, I think the movie's best understanding lies with its creators, right? They understand what they have made. The audience or the critics can't. It is just something that the creators have decided to put on the screen. And we look at those images, we hear those sounds, and then we decide whether it is a good movie or a bad movie. Now, commercialization of cinema, right? Now, I understand a movie takes a lot of effort and a lot of money, and people need to recover that money. The commercial aspect of a movie turns it into into a business. Now the movie Pushpa 2, if you look at its trailers, right, or the songs, there are ads everywhere. Now the producers have decided to put those ads on each and every promotional material that they have put out. So I think that's not very nice. I mean, you make a movie and let the movie decide like how whether it is worthy or not, and it is worthy. It has proven it. Pushpa 2 has proven that it is worthy of the money that it is generating, right? Because the audience are going to watch it, and critics are also giving it decent reviews. So Pushpa 2 all in all is a decent movie which is very commercially successful as well. Now the movie Kabir Singh, or any movie made by Sandeep Reddy Vanga, it's not received well by the critics and it's very well received by the audiences. I don't really like his work. I mean, I think Arjun Reddy was good, but after that whatever he has made is terrible. Now this rating thing, right, it has also evolved over the years. Earlier, if we talk about older movies, right, if we talk about Satyajit Ray, there is a very famous clip of him talking about his film Devi, which was not received well by the audiences. And Satyajit Ray famously states in that video that the audience in India doesn't have the intellect to understand that kind of a movie. In that movie, he clearly talks about the dogmatism of religion, but somehow people labeled him as anti-religious. The taste of people, I think, evolves over time. The ratings of this movie, if you look on Rotten Tomatoes, it's 100% by the critics and 91% by the audience. So the taste of audience, I think it evolves over time. Right now we are seeing movies that are very liked by the audiences but hated by critics. We may see the trend shift over time, over the time of maybe say 20 years, 30 years, we may see Animal to be hated by everyone or loved by everyone. I don't know. So this trend changes, and currently what is happening is, if you are such a person who watches movies because it is super hit and it is running in theaters, then I think you should follow the trends. But if you are someone who just wants to explore and wants to see good movies, then I think you should ignore what either camp is saying and just watch what you have to or what you want to. It is also important to understand the audience or the critics can't be right 100% of the time. So Bharatwat Rangan, who is a very famous critic in India, he said Jai Bhim to be a cry baby movie because it has a scene in which a baby is crying because his toy is broken. And on the other hand, that movie is universally loved by everyone else except Bharatwat Rangan. So what does that mean? Does that mean that the entire critique camp is wrong? No, right? Or does that mean that the entire audience camp is correct? So everything in life, I feel, lies in the grays. Whenever we talk about anything here, we talk of the extremes, right? But the truth lies somewhere in the middle, which cannot be 100% known. So that's what I think about this debate, right? The audience versus the critics debate. And if you like to watch cinema, then just watch cinema, watch Animal, watch Pushpa, to watch anything that you like, right? Just be clear in your stance what you want to do. It doesn't matter what a critic is saying or what the audience is receptive to. So yeah, what do you think? I again urge you to put your thoughts in the comments and I will make sure to reply to every one of you. Also make sure to like, comment and subscribe to this channel because I want to grow it and I want to make it into this hub of cinema in which we discuss movies, right? We don't care about the ratings, what the critic is saying, what the audience is receptive to. We just talk about cinema, that's it. We watch it, we enjoy it. So yeah, that will be all for this video and I will see you on Saturday. So bye bye.